This video is about one thing. It's about why porn makes you feel depressed, unmotivated, and like you're not even yourself anymore. And I'm going to show you the way out, if you want it. When I was 10 years deep into my addiction with the P word, I felt horrible. I'd wake up drained. I'd walk through life kind of like a shell of myself. Anytime I tried connecting with people, it kind of felt fake. Maybe you know that feeling too. Like you're present, you're there, but you're not really there. And it wasn't until I found out why things were feeling this way that I was able to actually change. And once I did, it's kind of like I stepped into a more confident version of myself, a more motivated version of myself, and finally able to just focus and able to start enjoying life again. So if you ever felt down, if you ever felt empty or like your spark is gone a little bit, I'll show you why porn causes that. And at the end, I'll give you a simple process to stop the cycle once and for all. Sounds good? So the first reason is what I call porn-induced mood swings, or you can call them irregular flatlines. Think of it kind of like a heart monitor on TV. Normally it's steady, up, down, balanced, smooth, steady, right? But imagine if it spiked up 10 times high and then crashed right back down, and then 10 times high and then crashed right back down. You'd panic, right? That's exactly what pornography does to your brain chemistry. Massive spikes up and then massive crashes down of dopamine. That's why you can feel shame, emptiness, that post-nut clarity, right? Like you don't choose those emotions, your brain chemistry does. And here's the truth. Unless you actually understand this, you're going to keep thinking that depression or anxiety is just who you are. When in reality, it's your brain chemistry kind of doing a little yo-yo. Okay? And the second reason is over time, porn kills your ability to feel genuine happiness. Have you ever noticed how things that you used to love, hanging out with friends, working out, learning new skills, they just don't hit the same anymore? And that's because nothing in life can compete with the chemical jackpot that porn gives your brain. It's nearly impossible. Okay? It's kind of like eating spoonfuls of sugar every single day. That sweet sugar, right? Suddenly fruit doesn't taste that sweet anymore. It just doesn't. And the sad part is most guys never actually solve this. They live years thinking that life is joyless, that life is kind of bland. Because I felt the same way. When in reality, their dopamine system has just been hijacked and completely taken over by adult content. Really quick, if you could just imagine, how different would your life look like if the things that you loved felt fun again? If you could really enjoy life again? Imagine looking forward to your day instead of just dragging yourself through it, trying not to watch the P word and actually not even thinking about it and just being free. Like, how would that feel? So to create that future, I want to give you a simple process, okay? Next time the urge hits, I want you to do this. I want you to try something simple. But let me explain how I learned it. When I was 10 years old, I stubbed my toe so hard, I thought I broke it. I was basically on the verge of tears. I screamed. And my uncle, he walked past me. And he said, "What happened? Why are you crying?" And I said, "I stubbed my toe. Like it hurts." And without saying a word, he punched me in the arm. And suddenly, I was like, "Dude, why?" He said, "Well, does your toe still hurt?" And honestly, I couldn't think about my toe because my arm was in massive pain. And here's the principle. It's very hard to focus on two pains at once. So here's a trick that I give only to my private clients. So you're welcome. When the urge comes up, raise your hands straight above your head and hold it like this for 60 seconds. You might find it almost impossible to keep fantasizing while you're doing this. It sounds simple, but it works because you're overriding the loop and you're feeling something different. And unless you start interrupting those urges in the moment, nothing else is going to stick. All right, mom's hurting a little bit, okay? Like it's kind of hard to do two things at once. But you might think that's crazy or like, hey, this is weird. I'm not going to do this. But let me ask you, what do you think is going to help you more in your life? Continuing to just watch the P word and not even trying something new, or trying an effective strategy to actually quit? What's going to help you more? But I get it. Quitting the P word is not easy. It's pretty difficult, but it is not impossible. So if you want to uncover the real root issue and the exact reason why you keep going back to the P word and get a real personalized game plan to how to finally be free, click the link below and schedule a root session call with me. And let's find out the real reason you keep going back and how to break you free. Because honestly, you can either keep living life as a fraction of what you could be, or you can take the first step and build the version of yourself that's confident, that's motivated, and just fully alive. So if you're tired of going back to the P word and you want to find out ways to stop, click the link below and let's do a deep dive into your specific situation.